if you've ever used social media to try and grow your business, generate more leads, create more sales, and just grow your business, you've probably asked yourself the question, what stats or analytics should I really be focusing on that will help me grow my business and take it to the next level? And I'm going to walk you through what I do here at Laney Media to do this. Keep in mind, I do have a degree in data science, and I have done this for the last 3 years, and we've gone from literally $0 in revenue to over $1.5 million in revenue. We're going to probably push $2 million this year. Again, not the biggest business, but considering we've just done that in the last 3 years, and it's all from organic social media. We've spent $0 on ad, 0 time on cold outbound, 0 on affiliates. It's literally all organic social media. I'm going to share with you what I know about tracking those stats on social media and how they're actually going to help you grow your business. But before we go any farther, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It makes a huge difference for me, just being motivated to make these videos for you. And I try and provide an immense amount of value in them, so it means a lot to me. Secondly, if you haven't already, there is going to be a link down below in this video to the Millionaire Archives. Now, again, I'm talking about how to generate leads for your business and sales. So if you're interested in that, I created a free community called the Millionaire Archives. Again, it's hosted on School, and it's going to be the only link down below in the description. Go sign up for that. You're going to get access to a lot of different things in there, including the viral content formula, which is how we have created tons of viral videos and the different lenses we use to actually create views that convert into sales. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. The number one stat that I want you to look at as a business owner is, and this is what I call your top of funnel, but it is your views. And this is pretty standard across all platforms. Now, there can be some confusion. If you're looking at Instagram, it'll give you accounts reached, and sometimes it'll even give you impressions. And if you are a Pinterest user, which hopefully you are, gotta get that cross-platform traffic. But what you're looking at with impressions is the total number of people who saw your video versus views, or people who actually stuck around to view your video. And then accounts reached. This is actually more important. You might get 2, 3, 4, 5 million views in a month, but your accounts reached might only be 1 or 2 or 3 million. And it's going to be less because some people will see your same content multiple times. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. It's what you want to see a little bit of. You still want to be reaching new accounts. So it's good if your views are greater than your accounts reach. And it's okay if your accounts reach is also, more than 50% of your total views. Because again, you want people to rewatch your content multiple times so you can develop a relationship and gain their trust. But the other thing that you want to do is you constantly want to be reaching new people to continue to grow your audience and bring new people into that little community that you have on social media. And again, views vary a little bit from platform to platform and what people consider a view. You can look at the specific documentation, and typically you can find it on the websites like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, of what they consider a view. Usually they have an allocated percentage of watch time of a video before they will mark it as a view according to the analytics. The next metric this is like absolutely critical that you focus on, especially for Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, those platforms, it is your profile views. And the reason for that is on these different platforms, you can have descriptions. And with ManyChat on Instagram, you can play the game a little bit different now. But for the most part, the most important thing you can do is send people to your profile, because that's where your link in bio is. That's how people are actually going to go from saying, hey, I saw your content and I'm actually going to buy from you. Your profile views are extremely important. And what you want to do when you look at your profile views versus your views on a specific platform is you want to take the total number of profile views and you want to divide it by the number of actual views that you got on your platform. This is your view conversion rate. So the number of people who go from views to your profile. And typically this number, what you want to look for is around 3% if your content is doing its job. It can get as high as 5 to 10%, but 3% is a good number. It means your content is resonating, is about what you are talking about, and makes people want to see how they can work with you because they're going to your profile to see that. If it's less than that, that's when you, again, if you haven't already, you want to go join the Millionaire Archives and you want to go watch that module on the viral content formula, because it is going to teach you the different lenses of content that you need to be creating to speak to the different buyer types to get people to go from a viewer to wanting to work with you. We're going to then look at your link clicks, and almost every platform will give this for you. TikTok is a little different now, and it helps if you are a business creator because they've kind of changed their platform. They had it locked in perfectly last year, but they've updated it in a different spot, but you can still get it. And what you want to look at is you want to look at the number of link clicks, and you want to take the number of link clicks you are getting and you want to divide that by the number of profiles you get. And this is your profile view conversion rate. And typically you want to see this ideally between 5 and 10%. Sometimes if you have a video go viral, it will go down as low as 3%. But really, if it's below that, you have a lot of issues. And the reason why I'm saying if it's below like 5 or 10%, and you should really be, looking at what's going on, is because you need to, one, make sure your content aligns with what you're selling. So if you made content about your relationship, but you're selling social media management, when they come to your profile, they're going to be turned off by that, because they think you're going to help them fix their relationship, when in reality, you're a social media manager, and that just doesn't align. The other thing that you really want to do, and you want to focus in on this one, is you want to make sure your bio is locked in. What do I mean by that? You have a clear authority frame, who you are / what you do. You have a clear who do you help line, and then you want to have a CTA at the bottom. Because if you have those three working, you have a good profile picture that actually shows your face, not you in a dark room or a picture of a mountain, but actually shows your face or your brand and communicates that you are a real person with a real business, which you would think that's just a no-brainer thing to do. A lot of people don't do that, and that is going to help your conversion rate a lot. But theoretically, you should be getting between 5 and 10% of people clicking through to your link in bio. Now, your link in bio, I always recommend you go straight to the landing page or whatever you're selling. If you don't, the issues you run into is too complex, and you have the same issue if it's only a small percentage that's going to click through to the next level of your funnel. And again, remember, top of funnel is views, your middle of funnel is your profile, and your bottom of funnel is your link in bio. Now, you can have opt-ins. If you're building an email list, that's huge, or a phone number list, or both. That can be a phenomenal way to grow your business. The other thing you can have, again, talked about having a landing page, webinar, VSL there. We did a call booking link for a long time, and we'd get 3 to 6% of people that would view the call booking link to convert. So for whenever 100 link clicks, we're getting 3 to 6 applications come through to our sales team. Super efficient way, didn't take a lot of work. I've made another video about that on my channel, so if you want to go watch that, you can. Now, if your content isn't performing, the next thing I really want you to do, and this is pretty much available on all platforms now, is you just really need to go and look at your average view duration on your video and divide it by the average or by the total length of the video. And that's going to get you your average watch time. The higher your watch time is, the more likely it is that someone sticks around. But what you really want to do is whatever your average watch time is, if it's 6 seconds on a 20-second long video, you want to go to 6 seconds and really a second or two before that and hit play and ask yourself, why would someone scroll at this point in the video? Why didn't they stick around for the rest of the video? And what this does is this makes you critically think about your content. Why are people scrolling away? Once you do that, you can also look at retention graphs. Instagram just rolled them out. TikTok has them. They're really phenomenal ways for you to actually be able to say, hey, this is where people are dropping off. This is why I need to do better. My hook wasn't good enough. I deviated from course. I repeated myself. XYZ reason is why they didn't stick around. All of these analytics I've talked about have really applied to short form content, especially to Instagram and TikTok. They kind of apply to YouTube. The big difference with YouTube is your long form content is going to do the majority of the heavy lifting for conversions for you, because you really can't include links in the description currently that work well for short form content on YouTube. When that happens, it's going to be huge. Long form content is typically the best way to do that on YouTube, and most people don't go to your homepage or your channel page, whatever you want to call it, on YouTube to then go to that one link you can provide there. Most of the time, it's just in the description. Huge advantage there, but you can apply the same principle to views versus link clicks. You're just not going to have the profile page there. With Pinterest, same thing. And it's even a little bit better than that, because you're going to have impressions, and then you're going to have pin clicks. And those pin clicks are really going to say how many people are clicking those links to go away from Pinterest to whatever that pin is linked to on the said platform. LinkedIn is pretty much going to work the same way. Threads and Twitter, you're going to look at total views, and again, profile views, and then link clicks. Threads really doesn't have any analytics right now. It's kind of garbage. And this is the pro tip for you. If you stuck around to the end of the video, this is what you get. Just so you know, usually I add a little pro tip at the end of the video, so watch till the end. Anyways, Bitly is what you're going to use, and you're going to create a different link for every single platform for where you're going to send traffic to. The reason why you're going to do this is so you can actually track and see where people are coming from to go to your landing page, your call booking link, wherever. And you want the different links because sometimes Bitly is really good. It can attribute to different platforms, but not always. And sometimes you might have multiple platforms. You might have a personal account on Instagram and a business account on Instagram, and then a personal account on TikTok, and then a business account on TikTok for your personal brand versus your business brand. And you might be driving traffic, and then it won't distinguish. So you really want to know what profile on what platform is driving the majority of your leads and your sales. And those two might not be the same. You might get more leads from TikTok, but more sales from Instagram or YouTube. And that's just simply because the quality of the lead and who the algorithm shows your content to. So Bitly is your secret weapon. You can actually really use any type of URL generator that's going to give you really good analytics on where that traffic came from. And you're going to want to create multiple custom URLs for every single one. The other little trick there is if you're creating a custom URL, it's usually worth it to pay the little extra money so you can do the custom backlink. And if you notice, if you actually go to like Kenda's profile, but you can actually look and see it'll be laneymedia.co/start/accelerate/scale and have these really CTA keywords. And I say keywords because they have to do with what we're actually selling embedded in those links and bios. And it just helps with people clicking and conversion rates. So if you found any value in this video whatsoever, just like I said at the beginning, please subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me. And I hope this video was helpful and I hope you have a wonderful day.